Good morning to all. I am Subramaniam from SNS College of Technology, working as assistant professor in automobile department. In this session, we are going to see about the casting of the cylinder heads, cylinder liners, and crankshaft. So, casting process for the cylinder heads, cylinder liners, and crankshaft are specialized techniques that cater to the unique requirements of the each component. First, we see about the casting of the cylinder heads. Casting cylinder heads is mostly done with the sand casting itself. Sand casting is the most common method for producing cylinder heads, especially in small to medium production volumes. In this, we have the pattern and core making, mold preparation, metal pouring, coolant and shakeout, and cleaning and machining. First, pattern and core making. A pattern of the cylinder head is created typically from the wood or metal. Sand cores are used to form the internal cavities such as coolant and oil passages. Next, the mold preparation. The pattern and the cores are placed in a flask and sand mixed with the binder is packed around them to create the mold result. And the molded metal as a casting or aluminum is poured into the mold cavity such that to occupy the vacant space in the mold cavity, in the mold result. And the next comes the cooling and shakeout. The metal is allowed to cool at solidify. The cooling period mostly about 4 to 8 hours. After that, the mold has been sand mold is broken away and the part is taken out as a casting. Next, cleaning and machining. The casting is cleaned, removing any remaining sand and surface of imperfections. Final machining is done to meet the specifications in any machining of the process. And the die casting method. The same cylinder head is done in the die casting method. For high volume of production, die casting is preferred due to its ability to produce a high quality, consistent parts. In this, first thing we have to provide die preparation. A steel die or mold is created to the exact specification of the cylinder head. And injection, molten aluminum is injected into the die under high pressure. Mostly the die casting, we use the only aluminum parts as a casting slab due to its low weight. And the cylinder head is made up of the cast iron or the metal or the mild steel. Is not be done in the die casting method. After the motor has been injected into the mold reserve at high pressure, it is allowed for the cooled. The die is cooled, solidifying the metal. The cylinder head is then ejected from the die, and excess materials, some flashes should be there, is trimmed away, and the casting undergoes for final machining itself. Next comes for the cylinder liners. Cylinder liners, also known as the sleeves, are typically cast using the centrifugal casting or sand casting methods. The centrifugal casting method, here the mold preparation is a cylindrical mold is rotated at a high speed around its axis itself. When the cylindrical mold has been rotated at a high speed, molten metal as cast iron or steel is poured into rotating mold, and due to centrifugal force pushes the molten metal against the mold walls itself. After pouring for a certain amount of metal, then it is allowed. The pouring metal is stopped and is allowed to cool by where the metal rapidly cools and solidifies against the mold walls, forming a cylinder. And extraction machining, the solidified cylinder is then removed and machined to a precise dimensions. Next, the same cylinder liners formed with the sand casting itself. For very low production volumes, and sand castings can be used. Pattern creation. Here, the pattern of the liner is created, and the pattern is placed in a flask itself, and the sand is packed around its form to form the mold. As usually previously, the mold has been poured into the mold cavity, and the metal is allowed to cool the solidify for 4 to 8 hours. Then the mold is broken away. Finally, can able to get the casting. It goes for the machining process. And with this we will come to the end of the session. Thank you for watching it.